Hello. So,
couple of things that we want to go over with y'all. So Michelle and I were talking about this today. We have a morning meeting almost every meeting. So while we open at 9, sometimes we're not on the phone. So about 9:30, because we sit down, we go over the weekend, we go over the clients, what came in, and just figure out how we're going to prioritize the day. One of the things that came up in our morning meeting this morning was that Michelle got a phone call that was mortgage related, and yet it wasn't at the same time. And one thing that we want to throw out there is that while we're here as your mortgage coach, your mortgage advisor, we are here for the long haul. We are here to help you, and you don't necessarily just have to come to us with mortgage questions. So, Michelle, if you could, would you go over, kind of your phone call and where that conversation led to, and just we'll talk about it from there?
okay. So what's super important to us, yes, you're buying a house, but it's a long-term decision, right?
Yes.
So there's so
big
many
decision.
things that have to be factored into that decision. And it's not just all about how much money am I going to need right now and what are my monthly payments going to be. That's just the beginning. But really, like, how does this fit into your whole life and your lifestyle? So the call that came this weekend that was super cool is they just bought a home less than a year ago.
Yeah.
They Googled that they could not rent out their home for another 6 months. Mm-hmm. And Google's not always right. So I had the privilege of telling them that Google's not right, that they can rent out their home, because they really needed to make a big change to the other side of Texas so that the family could be together. They had small children. I won't go into the long details of it all. But my point is, then I was able to have a conversation about what the next step is. Do you rent your house? What do you need to think about when you're renting the house? How does that impact the purchase of a new home? And going into all that, it's just not a one size fits all. It's not all about that quick decision. There is way more to it than I like to help people on where do we go from here and how does that impact us for the next, for life. Like, it's part of the journey.
And so one of the things that I had brought up to Michelle, so if you guys don't know, Michelle coaches. She coaches within the company. She coaches nationwide, and she coaches other loan officers, other loan officer assistants like myself. And she's more than just a mortgage coach. She really is a life coach in a sense, because for those of you who don't know, Michelle has been through a whole bunch. She has a ton of experience, sometimes in things that you might not think about. And just wherever you're at in a stage in your life, I can guarantee you that Michelle can relate in some way, shape, or form. And she could probably give you some advice, not only based on personal experience, but professional experience as well. And so I kind of asked her if she would open up and talk about that. A lot of it is personal. So if you've been in that boat, or if you know that boat, we're just sharing with you so that way you know you can come to us about this stuff.
So we were just talking. Life in general, it's all about a journey. And let me tell you, I've had some adventures on my journey. And a lot of that just started even before I was an adult. But I became adult at 17 because I was pregnant in high school. I've got plenty of struggles as far as that journey is concerned. I've had some major health problems where I really thought I was going to die, and I really, right now I'm in great shape, but my health journey has been one of ups and downs and all arounds and adventures, and that affects my livelihood. And there was a point in time in my life where I even had to file bankruptcy, and it was not a pleasant experience. So I've overcome. I could go on and on and on, and I've overcome a lot, and that really helps me help you whenever it comes to making those big financial decisions. Like, what can you do to make sure that you come out on the other side and you're still fine?
Yeah, and so what we'd like to throw out there is that if you need any advice on anything, anything, not if it's not mortgage related, that's fine. But if you want to get on the right track, or even if you're just curious about, hey, I want to do this and I don't know how to get there, please reach out to us, because while we're here as your mortgage coach, we're also Michelle is also your life coach, and I will help her sister with that as well. So if you guys have any questions, we would love to hear from you. We're just here to help. We truly are.
It's our pleasure. Give us a call.